Hey there, thank you for watching another video on the PK SEO channel. Now, if you're here, you're obviously got questions about why you may be ranking. So if your website used to rank, but it's now invisible in Google's AI results, this video is going to be for you. Now, it's not going to be exactly a 2-minute video, but if you stick around, you're going to get some free tips and advice on how to start turning things around for your brand and your business online. Okay, now, what is it? What has happened? Okay, why it's affecting people, and how to do some things that you can do yourself immediately to try and fix it. Right. Firstly, what is it? Okay, Google's had algorithm updates from its inception. All right, it hasn't changed. It's had thousands of algorithm updates up to now. But moving forward and cutting a long story short on what's been going on in terms of how websites have affected rankings, what we have now is not an update. It's not an algorithm update. This is a totally new shift, okay? As much as SEO was new back in 2000, all right, and nobody knew what SEO was. I mean, back in 2000 when I used to talk to businesses or anybody that wanted to know how to fix their website from yellow pages, nobody knew what SEO was. You know, SEO stands for search engine optimization, which everybody now knows that anyway. But nobody back then knew it. Now we have generative engine optimization, all right? So basically, we now optimize for AI. We optimize websites not for keyword rankings anymore, keyword appearances. We optimize them so that they get referenced. Your brand gets referenced and mentioned in AI overviews, not presented as a choice of 10 positions on the first page of Google as what it's been for the last 25 years. Okay, so basically that's what it is. It's AI overviews. AI is basically stealing your clicks. If you're noticing that you're still ranking on page 1 of Google, but miraculously you're not getting any calls or inquiries, it's because AI above you is actually answering all the queries from your customers that could possibly be asking any form of question. Now, you would notice I said question, all right? Information and questions are now two different things, all right? Before it used to be about information, now it's about you answering people's problems. If you look at if you have Search Console implemented with your WordPress website, if you have a WordPress website, doesn't matter what website as long as you've got the plugin for Search Console, and you look and see that your website's still appearing for your targeted keywords, but your CTR, which stands for click-through rate, is still at 0.0, 0.01 or 0.05, and you're not getting any views at all. That's AI, okay? That is what is happening, all right? You used to rank well in the organics, okay? But now, although you still rank in the organics, your phones have stopped dead. There's no more inquiries or very limited inquiries, okay? You're not appearing in AI overviews, not being mentioned. Now, there's a good thing and a bad thing in this scenario is that if you're still appearing on first page, that's a good sign because it tells you that Google still trusts your website and you still carry authority and basically experience, expertise, authority, and trustworthiness. Okay, you still got those qualities. You're just not answering the problem. All right, your site will be loaded with information. You'll have blog posts. You'll have your services. You'll have specific types of repairs or products that you provide, but it's not quite answering the problem. Okay, when I say answering the problem, I'm talking about this. It's mobile first. It has been for years now. Okay, it's mobile first. People ask questions into this thing rather than type questions into keyboard. Keyboard search terms are vastly different to to phone terms. Phone search terms. Phone search terms are usually far more specific to when somebody is either looking for an immediate repair, they're asking to find that information, or they're just researching or navigating a specific brand. Okay, phone searches are completely different. Now, that's why it's affecting your business. Okay, we know what's happened. Okay, your website is basically tanked in some inquiries. It's happened because of AI overviews. All right, and you're not being referenced. All right, you're still appearing in the organics, but you're not being referenced. Why it's affecting people is because they're not structured for it. They're not structured for AI overviews. You need to actually restructure for overviews, and we're going to show you some examples of what to do to fix it. All right, so stick around. And this is going to take a couple of minutes just to sort of like show you. I can't get into the details of everything because this video will drag into an over half-hour video, 1 hour video, and I don't want people to get bored watching this video. There's nothing scripted here, guys, okay? This is from the heart and soul of my 25 years of doing this work, and you're going to get it straight from the horse's mouth in terms of how I do it for my own site, for my client site, and how I get them reappearing into AI overviews from where their searches or inquiries have actually stopped in the organics. Firstly, SEO now is more important than ever. Okay, SEO hasn't disappeared. Don't believe anybody that tells you SEO is dead. SEO is not dead because GEO, or basically AI, relies on websites that are trusted and carry authority. All right, now this video is predominantly on websites that already carry authority and have trust. I'm not going to get into it if your website doesn't have into it. That's going to be strictly for another video. Otherwise, again, the video will drag on for too long. Now, why it's affecting your business is because your website is not structured for AI referencing. All right, so Google or AI is not finding what it needs to on your website. It's going to the website where it's getting a question answered. If you have an informational website, this is the first thing you got to do. Okay, guys, the first step. If you have an informational website that's loaded and crammed with information but not getting inquiries, the first thing you got to do is update all your targeted pages where you actually rely on your survival, on your revenue sales. Basically, if you're a plumber, if you make more money out of block drains, you'll focus firstly on that, or your block toilets, or your sewers, whatever it is that makes the majority of your revenue. That having been said, your homepage has to be done immediately, your about us, your services, and your specific service pages. And which one you choose from there is your choice. Now, high authority basically means that you carry a lot of information on your website. You have blog posts pointing to your service pages. All right, so you're basically 70% there. You're just not quite there for AI overviews. You're there for organics, but you're not there for AI overviews. It's not going to take much to push you into AI overviews if you already carry a site that has authority and expertise, guys. All right, you're just going to make these changes. Change your website from an information site straight over to a question answer format. Now you can use AI or ChatGPT to help you do this. All right, if you simply just open up ChatGPT, if you've got an account, give it your pages, give it information, and just give it this clear instruction. We need to restructure this entire website, these pages, over to a question answer format. Here's my information, restructure the question answer format. Go over it, make sure it aligns with your business or your brand, and that it answers everything accordingly. Add some of your information where you need to add it so it has the human element, human touch. All right, and that's pretty much all you do with that. Add content tables, like basically comparison tables, why you think you're the best, numbered lists, all that sort of stuff, calculators, or depending on what sort of service it is you provide, and put an FAQ page at the bottom of your website for commonly asked questions or informational questions or transactional questions. Okay, so once you do that with your entire site, you're almost there. Now, all right, that's changing your information site from information to a question answer format using AI to do it. Remember, don't kill yourselves or bust your brains trying to figure out how to do it. Just use AI, use ChatGPT. It'll more than help you. Ask it simple questions, or what they call prompts. Okay, give it simple prompts, and it will bring back what you need to do. Give AI a description of your business, what it is you do, what you're targeting, what you want to do, and how you want to restructure everything for a question answer format, and it will give it to you in plain heyday. It'll spin you out in terms of how quick it is and how fast you can change your site to do this. You can use ChatGPT practically for anything on your own site. Now, the second element is to do with your structure. Okay, we have schema, and we have your technical side of your website. Okay, schema is important, guys. Okay, you're gonna need it. All right, schema tells AI quickly what your website is about, rather than trying to forage around your pages, trying to understand what your websites are. So schema you must have. All right, this is basically a schema code here in the bottom of our site. All right, this is a frequently asked question schema. If you look here, this is all coding. All right, so basically question, what AI SEO agencies in Sydney guarantee improved search rankings? All right, then it codes it into the answer below here. Then it goes on the next question, and so on. This is done through a simple plugin. Install plugins. which is header and footer scripts. If you go here, look, this is what it will look like, guys, just quickly. Okay, where is it? Plugins. Plugins. Go to add plugin over here. This is on the back end of your WordPress website. All right. Go to, sorry, hang on, over here. Search plugins. All right. It'll search it, header and footer scripts. Okay. There it is there. Download it. And once you activated it, you'll have this box at the bottom on every page. Okay, you do schema for every page. Okay, it's as simple as that. Now, to do schema, more or less, I forget how long my own website is at times. Sorry, guys. I'm going 11 minutes so far. I'll try and knock this over as quickly and as efficient as I can for you so you don't get bored. But trust me, this is worth the information to try and help you fix your sites up as quickly as possible. Alright. If you're doing your own site, you'll know that you'll have a question table at the bottom. Alright. When you take these questions here, and you go to over schema markup generator, all right? technicalseo.com tool schema markup generator, all right? You'll have these options here: article, breadcrumb, event, frequently asked, page, how to, job posting, local business, organization, person, product, recipe, video, website, whatever, all right? Local business, get a schema markup done for that, get an organization done for that. We're not going to focus on those two things around. We're going to focus on frequently asked questions because that's what AI looks for a lot. But it also does look for your locality, okay? So the question and the local locality of where you're doing. But this is just a quick example just to get your frequently asked page done. All right, this is what it looks like. Question there, question one. Basically your, oh God. All right. It's taking a bit of a while to open up. Let's just do it manually. Show which AI experts in Sydney offer tailored local business services. PKSEO offer tailored SEO AI businesses at affordable packages for all businesses, whatever. Okay, that's just quick example down on typos. All right, as you can see, this coding that is forming here to the right. I'll move that out of the way. You can see that this coding forming here to the right. Okay. All you do after that is when you've uploaded all your questions, done it exactly the same way, right? You'll have a massive list of coding here. This is just one question, one answer. All right, you'll take that, copy it, go back to your website, your little schema box here and post it. I'm not going to post anything there now because that's already done for me. Anyway, I've got my frequently asked page and I think I've got something else in there, probably location or business type. You paste it in there and you hit update, okay, to the right of the WordPress website. That's your schema done. Once you've done that, all right, quickly take your website, go to the schema validator. This is schema validator, guys. All right, validator.schema.org. All right, paste it in there. There it is, detected. It's picked up that there's web pages, professional service, and frequently asked page. Zero errors, zero warnings. That's how it needs to appear. If you get a warning or an error here, you need to look into it. You need to actually redo it again. All right. And now that's your schema out of the way. All right. Download the plugin. All right. Add your schema tables. All right. Make sure you add your, this is an accordion. All right. This is just an accordion. Question answer accordion. All right. You can find it in Elementor. You're writing the elements down here. Like you scroll down here somewhere, it'll be in this table for Elementor. This specific to people using Elementor, guys with WordPress. All right. It's not anything else. All right. This is just WordPress with Elementor. Get your questions. All right. Put them in. Upload them here. All right. Copy this code. Put it into that box. Save it. It's done. All right. I'm not going to get into how to find questions. This isn't about doing SEO. Okay. This is just to add the most important elements so AI can pick you up. I'm trying to keep this video as quick as I can so you guys don't get bored with watching videos. So then we take our website. We add it here. We do that. We get it okay. All right. So that's out of the way. So schema's done. All right. After what we have is the technical side of your website. Mobile. How fast is it loading? All right. Is it mobile friendly? When I say mobile friendly, when your website appears on a mobile device, okay, is the text overlapping images, or are the images misformed? Do they look stretched? Or is the navigation bar mucked up or messed up and it's not working properly? Do you have text running off the screen that can't be read? This comes under mobile friendliness, all right? And mobile speed. Mobile speed and mobile friendliness are two different things, but mobile speed, or you need two things for this, two plugins. It's WordPress Rocket and ShortPixel. Now, this is it here, WordPress Rocket, all right? Speed up your WordPress website with WordPress Rocket. And the other one is ShortPixel, all right? These two here, together with a high quality, guys, this is how to fix stuff right now, okay? We've gotten away from your website, turn it into a question answer format, get your schema done, all right? That's two things done. That's out of the way. This is how to fix your website in within a week. If you actually work on your website, you'll have it done within a week, all right? This is for high authority sites already. They just aren't appearing. So getting back to the point, WordPress Rocket. This is a technical site, and ShortPixel. WordPress Rocket. All right, download it, get the paid version, all right? Just pay for the year, get access to everything in it. And ShortPixel compresses your images, all right? Now, I'm not going to get into how you use WordPress Rocket or ShortPixel. The video is going to just go too long. There are plenty of videos on using WordPress Rocket. ShortPixel, the idea is to load your website as quickly as possible. Having said that, your hosting provider also plays a role. If you're on a $10 a month plan, you're going to have problems, all right? I shit you not, you're going to have problems. I spend about $60 a month just on my website, just to have it appearing as much as I can. And I have to keep updating my WordPress Rocket, my ShortPixels all the time, because I'm constantly adding images, I'm constantly adding content, and that has to be updated, all right? So this isn't a one and out exercise. You have to monitor it every month, all right? So WordPress Rocket, ShortPixel. Download the plugins, pay the annual subscription, watch a couple of videos on how to do it. Their services, their actual service can actually help you set it up if you don't know what you're doing. All right, so that's your two plugins out of the way. This is all with plugins, guys, okay? Not coding, all right? Don't stress about plugins breaking down or things not working because a WordPress Rocket or something had a fault with another or a clash with another plugin. That your hosting provider should have backups of your site. If anything happens with that, just restore your website, okay? And if it happens again, then talk to a developer about fixing the issue, okay? Now, when you have a website that measures like this, 53%, that's not good, okay? This is your PageSpeed Insights is shown here. This is where you put your website in, and it comes back with the results. Now, having said that, software isn't always 100% right. Use it as a guide, but I like to use 2-3 types of different software to see, you know, if they're comparing more or less close to each other, all right? If I don't take the word of just one, but I do use them as guides. And mobile first, as it says here, matters more than desktop. Why? Because people are mostly on their mobiles, all right? They're not on their desktops, they're mostly on mobiles. Now, I like to use PageSpeed Insights, and I like to use GTmetrix, all right? GTmetrix here goes from A to E, okay? When your website's loading quick, okay, getting into B, this is a greens, okay? this here is not greens. There's a green that's 100% SEO. He's done well with his SEO. Best practice is accessibility, performance overall. Sucks. Okay, it's no good. You need to get these into the greens. This is where WordPress Rocket, ShortPixel are going to help immensely. All right, learn how to use these two plugins: WordPress Rocket, ShortPixel. All right, WordPress Rocket. Download them, learn how to use them. All right, watch YouTube videos. Take a little bit of mucking around, but trust me, you will learn it. You'll get the hang of it. All right, and you'll start appearing, hitting greens here, not just on your SEO, but overall. You get into the greens here. Some people say hit 100. You don't need to hit 100 as long as they're in the greens, okay? Because these fluctuate all the time. They don't stay there, okay? Because you're always updating your site. That's why you need to update it every month, all right? Use PageSpeed Insights to do that. GTmetrix, all right? That's B. That's C. That's getting lower. Don't worry about the greens. If you're in the C, that's not a good sign, all right? I like to be at least in the Bs, all right? Not Cs. Look at that, 100. Okay, that's for one of our clients, okay? Now, why is he ranking at 100? I'll tell you why he's ranking at 100, all right? He's got WordPress Rocket. He's got ShortPixel. Basically, everything works, okay? WordPress Rocket, ShortPixel. He's not a good hosting provider. 3 things you need to hit greens, all right, in terms of PageSpeed Insights and GTmetrix, all right? Look at that. He's got grade A at 100% performance. 98% structure, all right? Everything's loading in phenomenal times, okay? Good hosting provider, WordPress Rocket, ShortPixel, download them, all right? Now you know what has happened, why it's affecting people, okay? What has happened is we've gone from traditional SEO to AI overviews. You're not getting inquiries because AI is now stealing your information because you have not updated, all right? Update your website. Information to a question answer format, all right? Get schema, get these 2 plugins, WordPress Rocket, ShortPixel, and a fast server, and you will fix it quickly, okay? There's no 2 ways about that. If you've got a high authority website, that's all you need to do, all right? Maybe take you about a week of work, okay? Once you do that, you should find you'll start to appear in some AI overviews, okay? I'm not going to get to the off-page SEO. If you're already ranking well enough on page 1 of the organics, that means you should have some off-page SEO that's already got some decent quality links pointing to you. But outside of that, there's nothing more to add. I'm Pete from PK SEO. If you have any questions or need help with actually making a website get back up into the inquiry level, not rankings, but inquiry level, okay? I'm here to help. I've got my details in the description box underneath. I've also got a couple of ebooks out, $9, learn how to do GEO yourself if you like. It's not hard, okay? It just takes a little bit of application in terms of putting everything into practice. It's $9. I don't give away anything for free. Nothing good is free, okay? It's $9. You can't even get a coffee and a sandwich in Sydney for $9 these days, okay? So download it. Like I said, any questions, feel free to reach out. Thank you for watching and take care.